Hey, what's up? You can't hear. Well, that's good. Maybe someone just thought maybe you were deaf. Just watching. Um just checking things out here. Well, I also didn't say anything at first. Doing some triplets today. So, I'm just waiting for them to send out the email. So I don't think they notified anyone about it today. Maybe that's just went off on my, what just went off? Yep. Just went off on my phone. So we've got a few different deals to check out today. Sugar Bytes Guitarist, a compressor, Cloud Bounce, Patty's Percussion. Some of these are hard to show in a stream, but there we are. Hey everyone. You didn't miss anything, because we haven't done anything yet except play around with this the Patty's Percussion. So now that more people are showing up, what are we doing today? We have a few different deals to show. I don't know how fun and exciting this is going to be, because like one of them's a compressor, one of them's a mastering service. How you going to show that in a stream? So we have Sugar Bytes Guitarist, Patty's Percussion, and then this the Bionic, Plucks, and Mallets. That's the ones I've got open now. Probably most of what I'm going to be showing today. So as you can hear, that's the Patty's Percussion. So it's just, you know, small, kind of intimate, very dry. I added some reverb to it. But this one also has a sequencer in it. So here it's just 8 steps and set to 8th note triplets, which you can change the speed of it. just do regular eighth notes. So to enable that, I mean, you'll load up the instrument, and this will all be blank. So it'll load up like this, and the red keys down here will have the different. You can program a different sequence into each red key. So how to actually get that sequence? You'll just click this here, and then just play some keys, or you can just click on them, and it will program those notes into the sequencer, like I just did. A little quiet. And then you can, speed it up. If you want to change one of them, just click on it and then click a different sample. It'll load that sample into that step of the sequencer. And then in the green keys, there are pre-recorded rhythms. Which have obviously a more natural flow, more human feel, because they were performed instead of programmed. So it's pretty dry, pretty detailed. Again, I have reverb on it. If we turn off the reverb, it's going to be very dry. Just bone dry, pretty much. But I always like a little reverb at least. So that was just playing the sequence. I don't even. Yeah, it was a little out because I had it in regular eighth notes, and the actual one I programmed is in triplets. So it's just doing that sequence at the same time as these notes that I have programmed up here. And that's a cajon. This is a buran, which I always pronounce as bodhran. Go to fourth or quarter note triplets. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they chose those. Obviously, they have some reasoning behind it. Maybe that's what they use. And yeah, this is full version contact. For Patty's Percussion full version contact. And the Bionic Plucks also full version contact. Guitarist is a standalone plugin. Let's do our first giveaway. I'm not sure how much time I will have today. This is a number. Don't pick that number. That's just what shows up when I load up the random number generator. So, the giveaways we'll do $50 gift cards to audio plugin deals. So, when I say go, type one number into the chat between 1 and 1,000. Please only type one number. Don't type it yet. Wait for 1 second. Ready? There you go. And you could win a $50 gift card. So we're just doing that. Just type one number between 1 and 1,000. Whoever gets closest to the number will win a $50 gift card. 2 audio plugin deals. So how is everyone's year so far? How is everyone doing? It's very cold down here, as usual. I've got the heater going full blast. This is an interesting plugin. Guitarist. Why does it seem like 2020 Mark II? I think it's been a great year so far, but and stop typing, and we'll check out our winning number here is 193. So I see 182. Which is 11 off, unless someone sees like 200 or something. Oh, you're in Danielle is in Vermont with burning mittens. Oh, so you did. Your name was so long I couldn't see your number when I'm scanning. So just email that support at audioplugin.deals, and they'll get you all set up. So this is a free instrument, the Bionic Plucks and Mallets. It's very limited, but it's free. So you can change from the different from the different attacks and the transients and the tails. Or you can click this and there's like a preset made of 4 different layers, or up to 4 different layers. This one has 3. So while you can load a preset there, you can also just go here and click between these, and then the octave is down too, that's why it's so deep. But you can hear the layers there. There's like a low you can hear a low resonating layer there. So it is interesting the way they combine these different elements. So some of them are really synthy sounding. I like that. It's just kind of mellow. So we're combining Irish percussion with some kind of like trap bells. Yeah, these are tinfoil lined headphones to keep you out of my mind. I know it works. I saw it on TV. So to do that, I just turn the octave up here. It's interesting because I thought this A layer was the actual most of the sound, but this is just a tap. So that's part of the transients in the tails is just an atonal attack for the transient. I don't know why that's not making any noise. But oh well. Speed Racer. Ebo piano. Guitar. Spanish guitar. Cello harmonics. Which I like. It's kind of delicate. But very pure sounding. And a glockenspiel. Which, it's, again, you can up the octaves there. Have a more twinkling sound. So let's and if you're just joining and didn't see earlier, we were looking at the cajon and the buran, the Paddy's Irish Percussion, which I've used here to do a triplet type pattern. And they have a built-in sequencer here. So I just programmed something into that sequencer as well as, so this note here is the sequence. Just hold down the key. And then there's also something programmed up here with the actual, like the one-shot samples, which you can see there. So I'll put that over there. So that's now playing the sequence as at the same time, the program sequence, holding down that key as the one-shot samples up here. And then this is also the cajon playing it. Which is a lot more detailed. So let's look at the Guitarist plugin, because this is a beast unto itself. So the reason that's highlighted in the Bionic plug, that's the only range that it has. And then because it's the light editions, it's the free edition. Now, if you want to like not fake, but if you want a higher octave, just go up in the actual thing and hit the octave up and. So this one is like, oh, I bought Guitarist. I was just gonna ask if anyone has bought any of these yet or downloaded the free one, or what you think of it. This one is like really complex. So the best way to show it is just they have, you know, kind of patterns programmed in. If I take one of these. So those are preset patterns that you can use. What I do is just like go in, click on pattern and hit default. There we go. But there's so many like controls here. It's kind of overwhelming if you're first using it. So we'll just go over some of the basics here. So I'm starting from scratch right now. Nothing plays when I hold down a key. And so if I go into settings on this panel here, you know, you click pattern, song settings, about all that stuff. Go into the settings panel and you'll be able to change the actual type of guitar that's playing. So you got a Tele, a Strat, a star player bright. I didn't even know what a star player was, and I play guitar. There's like there's a demo of this online, and the guy sounds exactly like Leslie Nielsen to me. But it's a good plugin if you want to learn it. Let me show you a good tutorial. I mean. Is this it?
BST Artaz plugin.
Yeah.
And although tasteful guitar playing is a thing of beauty, this guitar...
Doesn't this guy sound like Leslie Nielsen? If you guys don't know who that is, it's the guy who's in like every spoof movie ever, like The Naked Gun and Airplane. Hey, man, many people don't know who he is. I'm not gonna lie, it's weird. So this guy sounds so much like him, but I watched this tutorial. Where the hell did it go? There's Leslie Nielsen. I love that guy.
Guitarist. This instrument comes as a standalone or Audio Units BST Artaz plugin. And although tasteful guitar playing is a thing of beauty, this instrument still has a lot to offer with its intuitive interface and deep programmability. The settings panel...
I even commented on it. Here it is. Nice tutorial. I gotta say as well, you really sound similar to Leslie Nielsen. I commented that 1 week ago. So if you want a good tutorial for this plugin, there you go. Listen to Leslie Nielsen explain it to you from the dead. This is Music Marketing TV. This guy, Don Garbett. Anyway, so I started from scratch with the Guitarist plugin. Let's do another giveaway. Well, before I do this, that was our last number. Don't guess that number. So giveaway 2. So when I say go, please type one number between 1 and 1000 into the chat. All right. And go.
When Nordberg said, "I love you," he was telling you the name of the ship.
I realize that now.
You want to take a dinghy?
No, I took care of that at the press conference.
Lieutenant?
The feeling is mutual.
Cuban?
No, Dutch-Irish. My father was from Wales.
Oh. So they were able to get him to the hospital in time?
Yes, he's in the intensive care ward at Our Lady of the Worthless Miracle.
Her hair was the color of gold in old painting.
Man, that guy is such a good voice, though. When he just said that, it's like ridiculously smooth.
Her hair was the color of gold in old painting.
When did he die? Like 2017? 2018? I was so sad when he passed. Oh my god, it was a while ago. 2010. I was way off. I thought I was living in Baltimore when he passed away, but it was obviously well, before I even moved back here. The first movie of his I ever saw was called Wrongfully Accused, which was a parody of The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. It's fucking hilarious. Let's see what this number is. 697. Did you guys ever see Wrongfully Accused? That was in the 90s. That'd be funny if you 686 for Leslie. That'd be funny if you won. Maybe you did win. Oh, I see Khan. That was the other actor in that clip was Khan. Khan. I think you did win. Yeah, Airplane is hilarious. Yeah, 686 is 11 off, so 721 is more than 11 off. I don't know, is there a lag or something? Because I feel like people are commenting on things I said like 5 minutes ago. Which is fine. So yeah. Wherever Mitch Shack is, you won. Now we're gonna have a Leslie Nielsen day. Wrongfully Accused came out in 1998. I guess that's how old I was. 11 when it came out. So that was the first one of his I ever saw. Sometimes you like rewatch this stuff and it's never as funny because you're like, obviously it's funnier when you're a kid, that kind of like stupid, silly humor. But that movie is still fucking hilarious. So, for anyone just joining, we're on a Leslie Nielsen kick. You know why? Because he's the greatest. We're also looking at Guitarist. So to go back, just kind of showing how this plugin works. And I went back to default and just started from nothing. And so you have to make a trigger here in the top. So I add one there and it's just one. And it plays through. So you add as many triggers as you want and it will just do that, obviously. So the triggers are where you want the note to actually play. And you can also do say like a muted note there. So here on the style, we're going to go here and can do a dead note, which is just nothing. Or you can do a muted note or just an open note. So you can do just something like, you know, power chords. And then again in settings you can change the type of guitar. Spy Hard, I remember that one too, with Weird Al sings the theme song and his head explodes. go. Remember that from when I was a kid. Don't you love YouTube? You can find anything. So, anyway, we're back in Guitarist. What the hell was that? So now I have a Stratocaster. Telly. So I'm just playing different keys and it plays a different chord on the bottom. You can also go here and so you can change the notes here so it goes from C to D. So you can program, you know, what's actually being played both by the trigger and then the actual note down here. So just a very super simple progression there. And also change the chord. What this? How many patterns? You can save a few different patterns, I think. Here, all these buttons down here can be patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like a typewriter. So each of these will contain a new pattern that you can program in. So I mean, the way you can kind of customize it is crazy. What do you mean, can you select the active coils? You mean like the pickup? Which pickup? Over here, there are amp models. But also it's just DI. You can't. I don't think you can select which pickups. I wish you could. So I'm just adding amp sims to address the question about that. Yeah, so you can use a amp sim with it. But you're gonna have to know chords and so you can do like major, minor, sixth, seventh, augmented, diminished. There is a ridiculous amount that you can do with it, but you're going to have some know-how, like 100%. You're going to have to know what the notes are and what the it would help to know, you know, major suspended chords, major, minor, fifth, sixth, seventh, all that stuff. And this is totally like rhythm chord based. You can do power chords. So there's also, you can hold down the key and do the pattern that you've programmed in. For instance, this is C, C, C sharp, A sharp. Also, if you want to extend that chord loop, you can go down here. So you notice how up here in the trigger area, this loop is 4 bars long, but it keeps looping the same chords over and over. So you can set the length of the loop points for everything. So for the triggers that are actually being played, as well as the notes. If obviously it's playing the same 4 chords over and over and over, so you can extend that and adjust the number of steps and everything. Some of these over here will do kind of it's more for on the fly playing. So like if I hold this, it'll do dead notes and it'll just rake across the strings without making a noise. If you hit the stop button, it'll ring out the last one. Wherever you hit the stop button, that chord will ring out that I just showed. And there's also what they call chord board, where you actually go into the keys and it will play something different. So there, C3 is the pattern that we've programmed, but if you can change the total key of that and play chords based on notes like this. So while you can program in each individual chord inside here, like I did for that one pattern, you can also depending on which note you play in a certain range, it will change that note and completely bypass what I programmed in here. Oops. So it bypasses that C sharp, A sharp progression that I initially programmed in, and it just plays what the note is. So that'll be A and whatnot. And you know it's doing that when in the, you see when it plays here, it says chord and it says chord board. That just means that you're using the chord board, which is a certain range of the keyboard. It took me a while to learn this, I'll tell you that right now. And yes, this is on Audio Plugin Deals website, on the main page here. And then you can have effects, the reverb. Some of them have like a delay on it. So you have chorus, phaser, auto wah. And then here you can have reverb, delay, reverse. And this, you can use this to do a wah effect. That's a talk box. So you can do it to kind of like automatically modulate, or you can assign that to say like CC01 and then just automate it as you're playing. And also a talk box type. Or you can have it just kind of go like that. You hear how those notes become more snatched right now because I changed the strum speed. It's just kind of a different variations on how you can play it. You can also do double time, half time over here. That snail icon just slows it down gradually. So little things like that. Do a double strum on the first one. So obviously what I'm playing is like super simple, but again, it adds more liveliness what I just did, which was taking off a muted note and just doing a double strum and, you know, some strum notes here and there instead of the same. You know, adds more of a rhythm to it. You can put those wherever. You can also do like, you know, just like reggae, add a clean guitar and just do like a ska reggae upstroke type thing. We can also just go here and just change the global thing and start with a preset and now remember I have the amp sim on it, so it's got distortion. I'm just using guitar rig. So I just add a guitar rig on it to get the distortion. It's going to be pretty clean just by default. You can add drive to it, but obviously an amp sim is going to sound a lot better. So you click this, it'll do different. So right now it's just direct in. It's just input straight into the interface sound, and then Model X and Model Q will be two different kind of cab simulations. Maybe it's not cab simulation, but just kind of shaping the sound of that guitar, which right now is a Telecaster. Strat. So I got a new Telecaster yesterday. What do you got? What do you guitarists like better? Strat, Tele, or do you prefer a Gibson humbucker sound? I asked my friends on the Facebook last night. The result was all over. Let's see it. I'm going to show off for a second. We'll do our third giveaway right after this, after I show off my new guitar. It just disappeared. Here it is. It's sexy. I have a PRS. I have two Telecasters and a PRS. I love Strats though. Now we're talking guitars. We'll never get to the giveaway. I think the Strat's the king of guitars. Like, if I had to pick one to own, my first guitar ever was a Strat knockoff. And before I even played, my dad has one. So I started like learning on his before I even had my own. Remember when Mars Music, way back in the day, I remember we went to Mars Music and my dad bought a Strat and started getting back into playing guitar. That's where I got my first guitar too. Was Mars Music. PRS SE single cut. I want one of those. But I want the PRS with the not single cut. Like more the Strat looking one. Just because of the tremolo. This one was pretty cheap though for a PRS. My dad also has a PRS. Obviously, a big influence on me was my dad playing guitar. He has a PRS as well. My first guitar was a LTD. Well, besides this, I had a Strat knockoff, which was I guess my first real guitar was a ESP LTD with the Les Paul body shape, and it was red just like this one. I promise we'll do a giveaway in a second. We're having some fun here. Here is here's my two Telecasters. This one is weird. It has a humbucker there, and this one has the like the more traditional This one's a Squire, but I still love it. Why is Leslie Nielsen here? We're being weird. Mars Music. I was trying to find a picture of little me where when I got started actually recording and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about humble beginnings here. When I oh, this is a tiny picture. That's me with my ESP, my LTD. That's a Hughes and Kettner tube amp, and that's where I got started like actually recording. Is like a little 16 track like physical recording studio thing, and you could like burn it to a CD. This is so old school compared to today's stuff. But that was my first guitar, my first real guitar besides a Strat, a really cheap Strat knockoff. So let's do our final giveaways. We're just kind of hanging out, having fun here. I think we did 2. Yes, we did 2 already. And we can talk more guitars. Kind of showed all the plugins. There's really not much to show this week, which sucks. All right, so when I say go, please type one number between 1 and 1,000. Most of you know the drill. If you don't, just type one number between 1 and 1,000 into the chat right now, and whoever gets closest to the randomly generated number will win $50 gift card. Yeah, think about that LTD I had. I learned how to, do the upgrade the pickups and soldering and stuff like that when I was a freshman in high school. So that was like a really good lesson for me, actually. Just learning how to do that stuff. I had you guys remember any guitarist will know this, the dime bucker, which was Dimebag Darrell, a humbucking pickup from here's little me from I had a Gibson pickup in the neck, and in the bridge was the Dimebag Darrell pickup. So like learning at that age how to upgrade your guitars was a good life lesson there. It makes them sound so much better. Okay. $781. Oh, $775. 6 off. $777. you guys see anyone closer? Right now, I think it would be. That's funny. He went 777. Someone said 776. Someone said 775. My toes are starting to freeze. I remember replacing my strings on my Floyd Rose bridge the first time. I don't think I've ever owned a Floyd Rose. Maybe I did once. I've owned a lot of guitars over the years. I have had the guitars with the tremolo, the whammy bar, but I don't know if I've specifically owned a Floyd Rose brand. Marley wants nothing to do. Audio plug-in Pooch does not want to be down here right now. So it's really cold. I have not been working down here lately. I've been on my laptop where it's nice and warm upstairs. Yeah, sadly, 187. Not gonna cut it. I've got the heater on. It's not working. I mean, I either want my fingers to freeze or my toes to freeze. Marley. You guys hear me again? It said my OBS disconnected. Marley. She wants nothing to do with that. See, it's fucking cold down here. So yeah, Audio Plugin Pooch came down and it magically got disconnected, so. Let's just do the final giveaway. I don't have that much time today. I got a lot of stuff to do. And we have already looked at all of the products. We didn't look at a compressor, like... So I'll ask everyone here, like, what would make you want to buy a compressor when you already have some? Like, I'm seriously running out of ideas on how to showcase a compressor because I don't really use them that often. I use them on drums and that's it. I use a limiter on my master and I don't use compressors, but we sell them, and I'm running out of ways to like showcase it, and I don't know what would be interesting to anyone to actually make you be like, oh, I really need this compressor. So I won't lie, be totally honest, I don't know. I don't use compressors. I have one. I use like the same one that I've used for years, so. Yeah, usually I just throw it on drums, I throw it on like some vocals, I put it on guitar sometimes. That's it. Anyway, let's do our final giveaway. Last number was 781, so don't guess it again. So you all know the drill. And go. Where'd my deal page go? So yeah, we looked at Guitarist. I have a video on KH Comp 1. If you guys want to see it, it's on our page. Cloud Balance Mastering Services. Also a video on that. Just putting some songs. Putting the mastering service on some songs. Which does work. And then the freebie, Bionic Plucks and Mallets. Yeah, I think this is like, you guys see the countdown time. This okay, now it's working. When I went to the main page, it said 0. Okay, it's working now. James Marks, how would it not download? I don't know what the purchases thing is like. Let's try it. Okay, giveaway's over. I'll announce the winner and then we'll try it. Sometimes I get distracted. Do you have a pop-up blocker? Because that happens with me a lot. I'm going to try it, though. Try it live on the air and see what happens. 653 is the final winning giveaway number. So let's take a look, and then I'll try that download. Ooh, 632. Which I believe would be the winner. Unless you guys see something. Wait, 632. I saw 633 then. $633, I think. So I know me a lot of times that there will be, this happens to me all the time with plugins especially, or any download really, where I have to, if I'm using a pop-up blocker or something like that. Because, you know, the way I download is a lot of times different than what you guys go through, because they'll just, don't look at my address there, because they'll just they'll just send me a file. You know, sometimes through Dropbox, sometimes I do have to go through the same way you guys do and like test out the code, you know, like the coupon code and everything. So let's try this. So what is it supposed to pop up? The dog was distracting me. So it's not working for me. I don't I don't fucking know. Subscribe now. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm checking my stuff. Yep. Try a different email. Subscribe now for your copy. Exclusive free download. Well, where's my... I never got another email, though, after that. Like, after I signed up, there was no other email that sent to me. Maybe they're, like, overloaded. I don't know, man. So you're not crazy. You're not an idiot. Something's going on with that. Well, I will have a word with like literally as soon as this ends, I'm gonna talk to them about that because that's kind of weird. And only email. I got it downloading it without problem. So what? You just did this and it popped up. Well, that's odd. Okay, well, something's going on with that. I will have a word with them about that as soon as we're done. So, I'm going to head out, guys. Got a lot of stuff to do, but hopefully they will update that. It could possibly be that they're just... servers are overloaded with all that stuff. So, we'll figure it out. Alright, if there's no other questions, I'm going to head out, see why the audio plugin pooch. Okay, so I did get an email, guys, right here. Just now. So maybe you guys did get this, and I think maybe their servers are just completely there we go. Okay, so before I go, there it is. I did get the email for the the thing. If I click this link, it doesn't work. I have to click this plain text link down at the bottom, and here it is downloaded. So maybe it takes a while. Maybe try a different email address. Okay, so yeah, it didn't email me right away though. It took a couple minutes. So guys, try that if you didn't get it. All right, thanks everyone. You can watch the stream again and see what we've done, the horrible things we've done, the Leslie Nielsen jokes. All right, I'm gonna head out. Thanks everyone. I will see you guys next time, and we've got a new deal coming up on Monday, which I think a lot of you are gonna like. I'm pretty excited about the deal. It's something I don't have, but I've wanted, so pretty good one. So I'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. And I'm glad that that download works now. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good weekend, everybody.